All right, welcome back, everybody. We got another best of 3 on our hands here in our NA Pro Series for RGN. And this is in the round of 16. So the last one we just witnessed was the round of 24. This is a one step forward. But it's going to be SKDC versus NRG. Or Energy. I'm not sure how I'm going to pronounce that. If I'm going to emphasize the syllables. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to go about it. But Digital, wow. What a shot from Pit. I actually had the privilege to watch Digital play a little bit. It was at the last LAN I attended, and my God, SKDC just got demolished.
Destroyed, man. And that was a really ballsy play. They went for the mid aggression, and then Digital from the pit, locking onto domes, just like nothing. Like those 3 shots were so, there was zero panic in his crosshair control. You see a lot of players when they start seeing numerous people in their crosshairs start spamming away. He's just cool, calm, collected, one tapping away, and basically wins energy the round. And going with mid aggression on their CT pistol, really ballsy as well. So now SKDC going for the obligatory second round T side buy. Not many Tech 9s, but only 2. Interesting choice there. And grouping up towards middle. Let's see what kind of nades they got for the pop flashes and such. They do have enough. They got Slemmy with one for the CT spawn as well. But this may be a fake up to catwalk. And yeah, that's the plan. I like this from SKDC.
Going to take up, and Stano's going to get dropped down to 7 as he tries to fall off the CT spawn here. We're going to have one player on A ramp goes down to Stewie 2K. And the trade's definitely, this is working out great for the T side as they're getting the bomb down on site. Digital will take down Else as a 3-on-3. And they're going to take down Tackett long, so only Digital Bo left to try and retake here. One from CT spawn, one from Catwalk. Stewie 2K and Ocean both very low, and Ocean is going to try and work these one-on-one angles, and he actually takes down Digital. Now it's all up to Bo, and he's going to try the jumping frag as he's got a USPS in hand, and he's going to come over the boxes and really find the frag. 21. Wow. It's going to be Ocean to clutch the round. Big play from SKDC to bring things back.
Wow, what a war of attrition in the end there. Yeah. That box was so, that box seemed larger than it was.
Yeah.
1-1. And now Energy. Are they going to go for the buy right back? That looks to be the plan. Digital may just be evening it out his money a bit. It's kind of a buy, but the way the money disparity now, okay, that's a good start though. So this may prompt even Digital or to Real BM to go back and buy something that they're going to have a better chance this round with a great start from Digital. And SKDC now looking to recover. Already Ube or UAB. I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing that one. Bo,
okay. Bo backwards, so
that makes my life way easier. I thought it was like Ube, like I don't know. I'm not gonna make the reference, but Energy. And with that scout giving themselves a good chance. Oh, Digital lining up a second one here. Gun trying him around the corner. What a whip! Digital with the round start like that, going with a cross pick through the wall and then whipping that one. That's really unfortunate for them. But Steno, as well as Tackett, still up for the CT side. SKDC here is on the anti-eco, and not too bad of odds for Energy here as Els is very low. Tackett looking to find him around this box here inside of CT spawn. He's not going to check it. Tackett goes down. Only Steno up. He falls as well. SKDC go up 2-1 after precarious start to the round with that scout of Digital.
2-1 the score line. And Ruru's going to find himself an M4A1S. And the CT's still on save territory here, so CZ 75 on 2, Bo and Digital. They've got a smoke as well, so I'm curious. Looks like this is going to be a smoke so they can cross over to B and remain hidden. So one player Bo thinking about working towards mid doors here. But the aggression is going to be the CT's up long. They put 3 players in this position, but it's going to be Else to take away 2 of them. He gets the third as well. Steno goes down. Only going to be Bo left. He's at 75. He does take down 1. Ruru on the bench. Slendy's going to try and make the frag happen himself, and he will be able to do so with this P250. So 3-1 the scoreline. SKDC. They're going to continue their success on the T side. You can see the monetary situation. It's starting to grow for them, but now they got to get through the rifle round, and Real BM is going to pick up the AWP. So we'll see if that's going to be a mid pick or where he goes with it. It's looking towards long at the moment, so I think that's going to be the call as he's on his way.
And SKDC's plan, looking to spread out here. Actually bringing the bomb over towards the B side. Still just chilling in spawn. Interesting. And NRG coming up long. 3 of their players. Slemmy eating a nade. Still taking the fight. SKDC have prime position here to go for a mid B. NRG. If there are 3 players up long, very aggressive. They're not even worried about catwalk here. SKDC now making their way up catwalk. They may have a window to catch NRG crossing long, but now slowing it down and creeping their way back. This is the strength of Dust 2. Tackett, the player rotating towards catwalk, actually went mid. He's predicting a mid to B, but it's actually going to be a catwalk take. So good stuff from SKDC here.
Oh, BM's going to hit the shot on the cross throw. Stewie 2K goes down, and they're alerted to the AWP out long, and it's actually dropped by Ruru as he finds both of them. Headshot onto Steno. It's a little bit of a surprise for Steno anyhow. It's going to be else to take down Bo. Tackett will fire back, so they got a 2-on-3 in their hands. They do have a kid on digital, so the retake, they have planted more or less for long. It's kind of the middle of the site, but they're all grouped up here. Yeah, it's not the optimal long plant anyhow, but it looks like the CT is just going to opt to save. So, being that it's a 2-on-3, they do have a kit. They don't have any nades to really help out on their retake, so they decide to just hang tight, and they'll just live to see another round with these rifles. So I'm wondering if, again, the question's always, are you going to buy around those? And we're going to find out here in a moment. They're going to have a little bit of money to play with, but I think the better idea might be to just save for another rifle round. But we're going to find out as, again, Digital's Tackett both saving the rifles and bringing them into the next year.
Yeah, if they were to buy, it'd be 3 FAMASes and 2 M4s. The players that have to, or the one player that have to buy his own FAMAS would have to sacrifice all his nades. So they are just going to save up with these. We got P250, CZ, no armor with those players. And are they playing it together at long? Yeah, so the plan here for NRG is if they come long, so be it. We're going to have an actual setup with rifles. But if they don't, we're probably going to see them save if SKDC attempts some sort of mid to B strategy. And on Dust 2, that's what we see all the time. Players get mid-control, work up that catwalk, come back. NOA stack gets one, traded off. Actually, Bo managed to survive a bunch of fire coming through those doors, getting away with 5 HP. Real BM quite low as well. Those 2 rifles still just posted up at long. If SKDC try to go with their up cat, we might have an NRG round. NRG thinking about pushing up with these rifles, though, up long. Second thoughts now falling off. And SKDC employing some real patient stuff here. The bomb's still down on catwalk. We now have a B push coming through, too. That's Real BM. He doesn't have a lot of HP to work with for this push, and SKDC looks like they want to try to go with the mid to B. Now falling off, they're going to go hit up catwalk. If they can rotate correctly, if these 2 mid players stay alive, and the 2 long players do as well, then they might have a good shot this round. Instead, they're going to split up, try to take 3 up catwalk. On second thought, this may be a better decision, but now he's heading back long, and suddenly they have rifles in their hands. So are they going to go for this is the question, considering their players are so low.
So they still have those 2 players that saved the rifles out long. We'll see if they can battle against Slemmy's trying to make his AWP useful as he's playing from sight, but it's going to be Tackett to take down Slemmy, and they found a way to at least get one player across. It's going to be Tackett with a second, and he takes down Ocean. Else with 8 HP, he has to peek as they tap the bottom. Well, actually, he didn't. It was planning for catwalk, but nonetheless, he peeks and he goes down. Digital with the frag, and they retake. They came into the round with 2 rifles, and they worked that beautifully.
Yeah, Tackett there. Good M4 control. Win the round for NRG, and it looked like SKDC was gonna take that. They had all their players on catwalk though, and they took down the 2 players flanking in from catwalk for NRG, but they still couldn't hold in that 4 versus 2. Having players in any other location would have been really beneficial to them, but instead they opt to have everybody on the catwalk, and then in the end that was their demise thanks to Tackett. So SKDC here still able to buy up, and their economy is looking pretty good even after that. Tackett with a lot of money after that round. And SKDC switching it up just a bit. They have 1 less player towards B. Everybody grouped up at mid. Nobody on another prong to attack from. And we're probably going to be seeing a mid to B in a second here. I expect SKDC to apply a little bit of catwalk pressure and then fall back and hit this mid to B. Now throwing the smoke for the plant. And good pop flash. That's Bo. Goes down to Ruru. Now even thinking about maybe pressuring Cat some more. Now taken out. Only 1 player up in the B site. That's Digital. Thinking about peeking around on to Slemmy. Gets the kill, but gives away his position in the process as well. Ocean looking to trade onto him. Mid to B's on its way. There it is from Stewie 2K. Else on to BM as well. And now these two energy players, they probably should save this. But Tackett, after that round like that in the previous one, 2 versus 4, he doesn't want to go for it again. I guess he doesn't want to press his luck too much.
Yeah, they'll bring that AWP and M4, some decent nades into the next round. So SKDC will move up to 5, and they're actually trying to pressure here as Tackett inside a pit. Doesn't really want anything to do with this, but might have to. He's gonna take down Els. He peeks up, tries to get Ruru as well. Gonna whiff a couple shots. Actually, no, he legged Ruru there. I don't know if he realized, but it's gonna be Ocean take down Steno, and now multiple players coming in. That flash, oh, that was actually smoke. I thought that flash was gonna be great, but nonetheless, they sent like a Molotov. They send everything in here, and oh, he will go down. They make it expensive for the T side as well, but they're able to strip those weapons away, and you can see that they've got 6,800 on Digital, 7,800 on Tackett, but other than that, they're pretty low, and actually, that's going to be their cue. They're going to go ahead and drop some weapons, and they'll force up in this round. We'll see if it works out for them. They get a good set of nades. They got 2 flashes. They got a couple smokes here and there. Bo, probably the least equipped in that he's got a scout. Wow! Bo takes down Ocean. That was a hell of a
2
frag.
times now with these scouts. The NRG is down with their scouts, man.
Apparently, and Digital, though, is jumping around at B and gets dropped without getting anything done. So this is actually a free bomb site now for the T side, and you're going to see if Bo can find some sort of more jump scout action, but it's going to be a retake scenario.
Yeah, and plenty of smokes up for SKDC. They have 2 more smokes, so they can continue to smoke off this, and actually Tackett smokes off Doris himself. There's like 2 smokes in each of the choke points. The CT has a lot of work to do coming from the flank. Slemmy takes them down though. The CTs are going for it, trying to make it chaotic. SKDC is holding on. They're going to be able to do it. Else drops Bo and Steno in the end. So SKDC moving up to that 6th round mark, and then their economy's looking good. NRG with the force buy. I like the decision, I guess, considering how many weapons they took down, and they had enough, so they're fighting for the momentum, potentially swinging the half back in their favor. But since they lost that one, probably SKDC moving up to 7-2 and having a good T side already, and getting across mid safely. Slemmy opting to go for a counter pick, and after the scouts have been taking heads off like they are, I guess I don't blame them for going for not going for the cross shot. Trade inside a B, not bad for NRG considering they are on the eco round, and now they want to press up long as well. But SKDC is playing this really patiently. So far back, it's tough for NRG to find any more kills as SKDC more of their own. And now taking into B, they can take it wherever they want, really. Ruru onto Steno, only tack it up. Been that MVP in my book thus far of NRG. And now SKDC taking another one, 7-2.
7-2 the scoreline, and we're going to see some rifles on the board for NRG here. They're going to have a FAMAS on Bo. And we'll see, they do get M4s across, except for Bo. They still got that AWP on Slemmy. You can see that right now it's Ruru and Else that are having a really good time on this T side, both with 11 frags and 5 deaths, so not too shabby at all. As you see Slemmy still trying to pick mid. He's going to work it from suicide lane, and we actually see real BM. He runs straight up catwalking. He might catch Else off guard. He will be able to, but traded off Bo with him, though. Actually, no, Bo got a frag in another location. It's going to be Tackett that was up there with him. Didn't find anything, but Bo, working from, I think that was mid, that he was able to steal a frag, and that indeed it was. Well, they are going to make it 4-3 as SKDC just sitting on mid control.
Yeah, opting, just weighing out their choices here. They got 2 coming up long. The bomb, they still haven't recovered the bomb though, and they're working out. They don't seem to realize that they need that, or they don't have it at this point. And finally, Ocean realizing we have to go back and grab the bomb. This is gonna give more time away that they could potentially be using to work up this long area. So they get Slemmy into the pit. And what this does on Dust 2, once you have that player in pit, it makes it so much easier to work up the catwalk.
Exactly, as he's just kind of the anchor that stays in, and now they will take up catwalk here. Tackett, though, is going to provide a little bit of offense before he falls back. Ooh, actually gets dropped to 31 as he falls into the smoke now at 5 HP, and eventually he gets taken down. Steno onto Stewie. Ocean, he's going to find Tackett and Steno, so 2-on-2 as the CT is completely stuck in CT spawn.
And man, Slemmy taking a long visit to Whiff City. He didn't hit a single op shot there, and that's going to allow NRG to retake the bomb site. So now they get their third round, but the economy of SKDC is enough where they can afford to buy and then some. So not bad for SKDC at all that they gave up that round. They could still put NRG on the save if they win the next. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from SKDC on Dust 2. Was this their map choice?
This was, let me pull up my videos here as I sneeze.
Oh, so respectable, Chad.
Oh, jeez, sorry. Pardon me.
I could hear the satisfaction.
It was SKDC's map choice, correct. And NRG actually, they picked Inferno. So it'll be our second map coming into things. But yeah, SKDC looking dominant here on their T side. They're going to be sending some people into Upper Dark very early, else just anchoring in top mid. But it is going to be a B side execute as they're just waiting up this Molotov, literally standing right at it. Showing every player inside of the tunnel, but no one peeks. It's Digital, though, that holds a nice tight angle. And he finds two, definitely gets his work done. Now it's up to the rest of the CTs to retake or potentially stop this before they take full control. But it does look like we see that smoke come down, and Else is posted up in mid.
Yeah, he has a great position here. Oh, unfortunately, he's only able to get one, but Slemmy takes the aggressive peek from the site. Usually that's a bad idea, but if you have a player already fragging out at mid, that's a great idea at that point to go for the trade. And now with another pop flash, they're going to try to engage the player outside. SKDC with an excellent read on the situation. They know that there's a good chance that one of them is trying to flank. So by isolating the player outside of tunnels, oh man, they pop flashed themselves. But man, Ruru, he looked like he was full blind when he got that headshot.
Yeah, that was the notification I saw on my screen as I was like, oh man, this could get a little bit ugly as he peeks through the door. I thought they kind of lined up, but yeah, Ruru, apparently that did not affect him too much as he kind of realized, I guess, that he was going to peek through the doors anyhow. So lined it up and took the shot. SKDC now on 8 as NRG. They win that round, and this has been the story of their CT half. Just win a round and then lose the next one thereafter, and it just destroys their economy every single time. They're just getting battered here on this eco round. Digital finds one with his USPS, but rough territory here for the CT of NRG. Yeah,
and the veteran Steno down at 2 frags, but you got real BM right above him. I mean, the score disparity of NRG isn't the greatest here. I like to see those two players step it up a little bit as SKDC gets another round. And now up with a nice little economy. NRG can't say the same for themselves here. They're at the position where it's like you kind of want them, or you kind of might consider force buying, but you just want to solidify a better chance at some more gun rounds. See some Deagles on the board. And for SKDC, going with a lot of players towards B. Oh, what a big nade. It looked like it would do more damage than it did. It landed straight at their feet.
And it does take down a little bit, but it's going to be Slemmy to open up on Steno as now they're breaching into this bomb site. Digital holding with a P250 at the doors. See how effective this is, but he's actually smoked off. That's going to cause an issue as Real BM with his Deagle is going to get caught out as Slemmy puts him away. Digital finds one with that P250 onto Ocean, but that's going to be at SKDC on 10. And again, they're not having a ton of difficulties here, and it's because they've been able to control the money game. NRG just hasn't had any momentum purely because they haven't been able to win 2 rounds in a row. And that's where they really, it's crucial to putting rounds on the board, obviously, and keeping a good economy and keeping yourself in the game.
Precisely. You need to string rounds together. I mean, especially if you're down. I mean, if you're trading back and forth, it doesn't favor the CTs economically speaking, but if you're trading back and forth, it's not as important. Obviously, you'd like to extend your lead, but if you're going to make a comeback, that's when you need to put the rounds together. As we see SKDC trying to come up the catwalk. Steno gets his 3rd frag of the match, able to hold off Ocean. And SKDC for the time being. Bo from down below also looking to hold off this catwalk take. And we actually already have a player from SKDC who has snuck his way into the site. Slemmy hits the yap onto Bo. Really spread out as the CTs here for this retake. As Ruru gets another one, Slemmy legs the player trying to flank on the catwalk. And SKDC, even though they lost that opening player, somehow made their way into the bomb site. Now it's just Real BM trying to save the yap. No dice. Al's going to drop him. 11-3 now for SKDC.
Yeah, this is looking pretty brutal as the last round of the half, you could see pretty much 3K on the monetary situation for the CTs across the board. So that's going to get them a vest and a FAMAS, essentially. Maybe a nade or two, but pretty much, yeah, 2,900 for a vest and FAMAS. So they eat up that change pretty darn quickly. Tackett ends up opting to just grab some nades in a 5-7. And again, you can't really blame him, as it's going to be Steno to open up and finds one on catwalk and no trade potential, as SKDC is just going to be taken up long instead. So at least they gather that that location, and Steno gets blindsided from behind. And yeah, that probably surprised him, as they're already up long and planting on A.
Right, SKDC somehow just sneaking into the A bomb site, catching NRG off guard. So from the CT, trying to spam down else, and this is the last round. So there'll be no saves to be had here. SKDC still with the smoke onto catwalk. Throw a pop flash for Ruru. And we got Tackett, as well as one of his teammates trying to come up the catwalk. Oh man, Ruru onto Tackett. Now only one remains. Real BM goes down. SKDC with a dominant performance on the T side of Dust 2.
Yeah, that was impressive from them. Quite honestly, NRG just wasn't able to make anything work. It was basically SKDC playing their game, and NRG wasn't really able to adapt in a way that obviously put them in a favorable situation. So 12-3 is now the CT side. SKDC, I got a feeling they're going to be pretty strong here as well, as CT side, obviously just in general, favors pretty good team play, and I think SKDC, at this point, they've looked like they're a little bit more coordinated in the way they were taking the sites and such, and again, they've got a couple players on this team that have played together for quite some time. You got Else on there, and again, there is obviously, SKDC is kind of one of these lineups that we see that's constantly kind of changing, trying to find the right combination of players, but it's going to be Ocean actually get dropped down to 39 early. So they do an NOE stack in mid, but the bottom of that totem pole, it's a little rickety.
And just a bit. Hopefully doesn't make the guy on top unsteady. And NRG crossing out long now. They already got catwalk control as well. SKDC is going for a very fast rotate here, but there's no way it's going to be fast enough. NRG, they might be able to hold off this catwalk without losing anybody, but what they don't have going for them here is they don't have control of long or the catwalk. They gotta take one or the other right now, and they're doing just that. Steno, as well as Tackett, taking out the players on catwalk. And that's just a perfect reaction from NRG there. I love to see that. And now Stewie2K, last guy up. Steno, I guess he must have heard me before. He's doubled his frag count since then. And NRG do take the pistol round here. And they needed to have a chance that time. But just want to highlight that again. When you're stuck in the bomb site like that, you have to take control of one or the other. Otherwise, the CTs, in theory, should be able to wrap on you and end the round just like that. So excellent reaction.
Yeah, good stuff from NRG, and they honestly started off the map really promising. They've now gotten both pistols, but you can see that those make up for half the rounds on their board at the moment. So they need to continue the success on this T side. They want to mount a comeback here. We can see SKDC, they're going to stack on catwalk, but it's going to be dealt with pretty easily as Bo and Steno and Beast are going to continue up the catwalk. Ooh, though, we'll put one down before getting traded. So they will be able to take up onto A, as it looks like we've got Stewie2K is just going to hang on to his scout, it looks like. Ocean actually finds one in lower dark, so that's going to be a weapon that he might be able to grab here. It is a Galil, so a nice one, but Steno's going to try and spray him down through the smoke. But again, Ocean with armor and a Galil, he's going to want to save, as they will be broken the next round as well, as they forced up in this one. So he can even drop his 5-7 to someone, use the Galil himself. Stewie2K with the scout, I imagine, might try and find someone exiting, but at the moment, they're all up on catwalk.
And I like this bringing the scout into the next round. I mean, you could recycle it by going for some mid peaks. You can use that to get in for information that the T's aren't rushing down into suicide. And Stewie2K, all right, gets two players with the scout in the end. Tackett only bringing a MAC-10, so a successful force buy for SKDC, considering they're going to make NRG rebuy. But NRG had quite a bit of weapons that were not. And they rebuy MAC-10s. Interesting choice to not AK up, because the next round is going to be the gun round. See if Stewie2K can bang out any of these scout shots coming from mid. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. And this is actually worse off that he has the scout now, because with that scout. I'm wondering if this is a read from NRG too, because with that scout, they know that one player is going to be picking mid, or should be, and then they just rush into B. I like the decision from NRG, and pushing outside the doors, getting super aggressive. One of them goes down. So only one frag thus far for SKDC as the bomb goes down inside of B. But what do you think? I'm wondering if that was a read or if that was just their plan from the jump.
It could have been, because you know that the rotate that is going to come over as a scout and that he is going to be picking mid. Whether or not they had the correct reading that there was only going to be one player there, it ended up being the
I'd
case.
like to think so.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to think so as well, and they're able to get Digital with a frag. And that's going to be more money for the T-Bank, as he's got an SMG, but they're actually dropping, as it's going to be 3 left alive. Tackett will survive. Oh, he actually doesn't survive. He gets dropped him as soon as he tries to leave B ramp. So Else searching around, trying to find someone. He's going to keep that scout for the next round. We'll see who that gets dropped to if they choose to. I'm sure they'll still utilize that. There's a lot of players that, even in a rifle round, they're okay with utilizing that. But the T's go with their AK buy, but you can see they are a little bit shortchanged compared to if they kind of cleanly got through those anti-ecos.
Certainly, and they have a 1/2 dragon set up here with the scout and the AWP. We have the scout playing long. That's Els, and I miss calling him El Samama, but Els is fine too. The NRG splitting up long A as well as the catwalk. They have a player just posted up on catwalk. Ruru goes down, leaving only the scouter up here. Els, he actually drops the scout, or doesn't utilize it, I should say. Slemmy goes down. Things are falling apart for SKDC. Slemmy was caught in the middle of long. I don't like that positioning there.
Yeah, it's a bit odd, as oh my god, Ocean lines them up, and all of a sudden, unless Bo can jump up and take this frag, Ocean single-handedly a 3K to end the round. Well then, that just happened. I don't really know what to say about that. He just holds the angle at CT cross, and I think there was that gap in the smoke, and they both decided to go at once, and then up on the elbow, he tries to jump and refrag, and still nothing. So NRG really needed that round if they wanted to continue this comeback, but quite honestly, now at this point, they're on eco already, and they only have a couple rounds to play with.
Right. It's not looking good for them here. Ocean, there's no way he should be allowed to get all those kills, especially the last one. But Ruru now having a nice little round here, holding off this anti-eco. Oh man, Tackett, this point to Tackett. That's 2 big frags with a deagle. Make it 3. Oh, if he could take this round, that would be beautiful. Picks up an M4 as well. Now Steno, his only other teammate. But Tackett, if he can continue this, they just got to get the bomb across long.
And it looks like he's going to toss it for Steno here, as he actually makes the woods to pick it up and dies. Oh, poor Steno. As I'm wondering if he called to throw it across to him or what the communication was. Nonetheless, he gets dropped trying to pick it up. Tackett now in a 1v2. He's had some impressive stuff. It would actually be an ace if he finishes off. There's the 4th, and now a 1-on-1. Ocean, he went big in the last round, and he will again. Denies the ace and the round. Tackett was a beautiful frag, or a couple of frags, but gets 4, can't find the 5th.
Yeah, Tackett. That was real good stuff. Instead, he can't get the last one. Unfortunate for him. At the start of a clutch, it's often the hardest to get the first one. But I mean, after you've got like 4, you see so many ace clutches ended by that last 1 versus 1. And we see it again there. NRG now on the brink of getting eliminated from SKDC's map choice here as Slemmy starts us off with a frag onto Steno, and then they adjust their setup immediately after that. Now they relinquish long control after they get the opening pick. Now NRG has less to work with. Even though they have pick control, I like their position here. We got Bo with a scout looking to test to the waters here. I'm surprised he doesn't see the Slemmy here at, oh man, Slemmy with 2. Jumper in the dome. Slemmy with the AWP. He's bringing it.
Yeah, that's some very impressive marksmanship in A platform, and I've said it multiple times. Those are my favorite frags, where you're mid-air, getting headshot, and the clothesline comes in. Oh, it's beautiful. But Tackett's gonna find Ruru, but Digital goes down to the native Else, and now it's only Tackett. Familiar territory, as he had to go big in that last round. He's got an AWP, but it's not gonna be so in this one. Stewie2K takes him out. That's going to be a 15th round for SKDC. 1 round before they close things out, and then we've got Inferno. And that'll be interesting to see how NRG fare there. Is they're going to have to start on the T side. Got a feeling SKDC as much as NRG, they think it's their map, well, they've chosen it as their map, I think that SKDC might be a bit of a difficult beast to battle on the CT side, but we'll find out as round 22 underway. We're not done here on Dust 2 quite yet. We're going to double up dragon look as Stewie2K and Slemmy picking up the AWPs, but the T's, they got pretty much no equipment.
Yeah, it's not... I mean, Tech 9s, they're great and all, but you have to employ the right strategy with them to make them hyper-effective. The run and guns, you know, you could favor Tech 9s more than certain rifles in some situations. Now looking to put some pressure on the catwalk. Slemmy flying in way with the AWP. They're faking the B2B. Oh my god, they're going to CT spawn. And they do trade out a quarter. Now, this is really good for NRG, actually. But Slemmy, oh, what a shot. He can't find Bo in time. His AWP was resetting. Now they're going to be able to get the bomb down, but Bo isn't going for it. Steno holding on to the catwalk. I like this play from him. Finishes off Ocean as well, staying really patient. And SKDC aren't done with this map just yet, as NRG gets at least one more here.
Yeah, they get one more damage control. You know, you want to feel a little bit more confident moving into your map choice and such. And they should be able to put up a couple more, as we do see an eco coming out from the CT side, unless we see some insanity from the pistols of SKDC, which is not out of the realm of possibility, but gonna work an NOA stack here. Stewie2K on the head of Ocean. The rest of the players looking into the B bomb site, so we'll see if they can take away any weapons, as the T's don't have much of an economy, so if they could get them in a situation where they're kind of not getting a great buy-in once again, maybe that's the goal. I think Slemmy is going to find one, but Stano's going to fire back and they're cleaning up nicely. Stewie2K, though, lands one of his own, so 2 frags already, and Ocean's working his way up CT ramp. Might be able to wreak some havoc on this A plant.
Yeah, he might find the flank in time, but oh, somebody spots him out. Can't do it. That's Tackett. Stewie2K here from the long. Man, Tackett. No, I said it before, but this man can hack it. Ugh. Just nasty with the shots. It's unfortunate for NRG that they haven't been able to, you know, put more rounds up. Maybe on Inferno he might be the deciding factor here. I wish I knew more about this guy.
I completely agree. He's got 20 frags right now, and he is doing some neat stuff. Second on the list there is Digital. We saw some neat work from him early on as well, but definitely attack it in the late end of this map number 1, showing some great things, but it's going to be another aggressive round as there's pistols on the board for the CT side. It's going to be a B-side take. Stewie's just going to play very close to the doors here, and he jumps right through the smoke and takes down Tackett. That was so bizarre, but Real BM and Digital take down 2. So 3-on-3. Players in Upper Dark at the moment. We can see that Ocean wanted to utilize that dig from the window, but he's going to get put down immediately. So Ruru with an M4 armor and quite honestly a good set of gear. Probably saving this spot, but he's opting to just kind of stick around in Upper Dark, and he's going to continue to try. They've sent the pistol player else around to double doors, and yeah, they're going for it.
Yep. Oh man, the timing of it. Steno goes down to Els. Now Ruru looking for the headshot. Els with another one. NRG in the back. Just
what?
Like that. SKDC are gonna snatch it away from NRG just when they're about to, you know, get another round. But that was so goofy by Stewie2K. He could have just clubbed him with his pistol at that point.
Just incapacitate one, just utilizing the hard end of the pistol. But 16-8, it's gonna be the first map score. SKDC picking up their map choice. So we're gonna move on to Inferno.